Hello and welcome to Samurai Day Trading Trade of the Day. Fred here, going to run through the trade with you on this 17th of April, 2025. We just got finished the live trading room, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock every afternoon, Monday through Friday. And we're going to go through one of the trades that was taken in the live trading room today. Trades that we show on the trade of the day are trades either taken by myself or traders in the live trading room. Usually it's both. And we're going to go ahead and show you today's feature trade. There are so many of them. I could have picked any number of them, but we'll go with this one. And if you've been following us at all, you know that this is probably one of my favorite indicators from Samurai Day Trader. Can't find it anywhere else other than Samurai. And it's a strength indicator saying how strong is this candle compared to the previous candle. And you can see this candle right here, even though it's a doji-ish kind of candle, it's still one time stronger than the previous one. Doesn't matter how big or how small, as long as you get this indicator, that's a sign to go ahead and take a trade if the conditions are right. So we can see that the candle starts off and it gaps down to here. So all we need is a bit of a retrace, and then we'll put our order on underneath the current candle and see what we can take it. Now, we look over here at this indicator, and it says this next candle can be anywhere from 100 to 160 ticks long. So we have to make our targets compatible with what we think that's going to be. So we're going to go for 40 tick first targets. We're going to de-risk the trade completely, and then we're going to see if we can catch runners to 100 and 200 down the chart. Okay. All right, so here we go. A lot of you may say, well, look, Fred, this big red candle here, seller's candle, that was also a strong candle, and it was 4 times stronger than the previous candle. How come you didn't take this trade? And it is a valid signal, no question about it. The problem here is your stop has to go 2 candles behind. So if my stop needs to go up here above this candle by this green line, I'm going to have almost 300 ticks of risk per contract. And I can't get the proper risk reward to make that worthwhile unless I go for, you know, 300-400 tick targets. Right? And while it may be feasible, I got too many brick walls in the way that may inhibit us getting to those 300 and 400 ticks. But I can sure go for 100 and 200 down to the open and this daily close indicator right here. So that's why we're not going to go with that one. There's too much risk involved. We need to find a strong candle with less risk. And this is it right here. All right, so we're going to start this off at one time. One-time speed, market speed. This is how it really went down in the market. This gap down and pushed down to here. So we want the market to come into new territory when it picks this up. So we're going to go under the current candle. We're going to go for 100 and 200 tick targets. We'll go scrunch the screen up a little bit. Boom. All right, we're into the trade. Our stop is pretty much where it needs to be. We can bring it down to here. The highest point of the previous 2 candles is right there. Now, when we get to 40 ticks, we'll show you how we de-risk the trade. Now, 40 ticks on NQ is $200 per contract. We got 2 contracts right here. So if we get to this point here, we will have already accumulated 400 US dollars. And struggling a little bit because this is where it failed before. So it'll take a little bit more time to get there. Our 100 tick target is right at the open, which is perfect. All right, great. Now notice that our stop came from, well, about 20 ticks closer. So we de-risked the trade completely, which means if this candle now comes back, retraces and takes us out here, would be a break-even trade. We wouldn't have lost any money. We wouldn't have gained any money. So in this case, it wasn't that big a deal, but when you're holding maybe 100 ticks of risk and then you drop it down to 20 ticks worth of risk, that's a big deal in de-risking the trade early. But now we're sitting here with our feet propped up. We have no risk on the trade at all. Our risk reward is 100%. We can't lose any money from here on out. So we're just going to let this run. We'll speed it up a little bit because we don't want to be here all day. The worst that can happen is I get a break even, and then I can decide whether I want to re-enter the trade again. All right, so we've already made 400 US dollars. We're going to try and add 500 more by hitting this 100 tick target at the open. So hundreds are out now. And now we're going to try and get down to the daily close. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd take this here and I'd move it slightly over the daily close. Always want to put your targets right before the brick walls because that's where everybody else's targets are. And we don't want this to come down, hit the daily close, not pay us beyond there, and then bounce back up again. All right. Now you can do whatever you want. You can leave your risk where it is. At this point, we only have, boom, it's out. So there we go. So we're out. That particular trade was worth $1,825 and took less than 5 minutes to complete. So if you want to learn how to make 1,825 US dollars in less than 5 minutes, then come join us in the live trading room at SamuraiDayTrading.com. And we look forward to seeing you in the live trading room real soon. We'll see you for Trade of the Day tomorrow, or actually on Monday. So have a great weekend and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.